So we've got Car Candy here. This is the first interview that I'm doing so far. So I just want to try to see if you have any new products, if you wouldn't mind taking the mic.
Yeah.
Hopefully it all works. And just let me know what you guys got going on, Mike.
So my name is Mike Rhines. I'm the outside sales director for Car Candy. Car Candy Automotive Detail Products is a full-fledged chemical manufacturer. We make and formulate all of our own products. Nobody else makes that for us. We're a little bit unique in our own as we don't have a middleman on our raw materials. We own both of our raw chemical distribution companies.
Yeah. How is that though? What's the history with the company?
So our company started in 2010. As a matter of fact, Car Candy wasn't even thought of.
Yeah.
Our owner, Ashley, she was in raw chemical commodity sales for her father.
Yeah.
She started getting a lot of requests for people asking about detail products and if they made them. And her answer was always no, we supply the raws for those products. Right. After so many requests, she finally went to her dad. I was like, Dad, what do we do? He's like, I want nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
If you want, have at it. So she did. She hired herself a chemist and they started making products. First product that they made was actually Chocolate Thunder.
You guys have that here?
Yeah, it's actually right here. We have two renderings of it. We have Chocolate Thunder regular, which is
Wait a minute. This is just white labeled Dark Fury though, right?
Most people wish.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this product is only brown because of the raws. There's no dye.
Hydrogen, what's the chemical? That's the raw?
Alkaline.
Yeah, alkaline. There we go.
Yeah. So this is a high alkaline.
Absolutely.
Where most of your alkaline wheel cleaners are going to be
sodium hydroxide, right? That's what it is.
Close.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. ADHD moment.
You gotta. With these products, a lot of them are going to be somewhere between 11, maybe 13 on the pH scale.
Yeah.
We're 14.
That's what I'm saying. That's the big thing. So doing a little research, right? A lot of people have that claim. Anytime they see this brown thing, they feel like Superior Products owns that. And I love Superior Products. You guys all know that.
Yep.
I got to looking at that pH scale, right? Yeah. That's what I always see. That's where it starts.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of guys that say, oh, we're this company and we're better. And I'm like, but you're a 10 and they're a 14. I said, this thing is logarithmic. And I'm sure you can speak to that.
Absolutely.
You are thousands of times better. When you go from 10 to 14, thousands of times more powerful.
Well, you're getting a product that's going to work the first time that you use
Absolutely.
it, right? Now, with our products, we have a 6-to-1 dilution ratio, or you can use this one straight, right? You go down here to something like Chocolate Thunder Plus.
Okay.
This is a 6-to-1 dilution ratio. Do not use this straight.
Yeah, don't do it.
Okay, I've had people that have sent pictures saying, hey, I thought this was a non-acid. Why did this do this to my wheels? Well, first of all, you let it dry.
Yeah.
And second of all, it's a 14 on the pH scale. What do you expect?
So let me ask you this. This is a 14, right?
Correct.
That's a 14.
13 and
This is a 13, so this has got a little bit more juice to it. A little bit
more juice
which we know, like I said, that's 1,000 times, 100 times. When you go from one pH to another, it's 100 times more potent, usually. That's phenomenal. So this right here is like the granddaddy. Don't use it in the sunlight. Like
you can use it outside. It's fine. Just don't let the product dry.
Now, is that going to foam?
It does have foaming abilities.
You can shoot it?
My preferred method is foam application. I dedicate a foam cannon to that product.
So would you say that this is probably your guys' best pre-spray if you're doing truck washes, if you're doing extremely dirty cars?
I have a lot of people that are doing that right now, but they're using Chocolate Thunder regular.
Okay. Yep. This right here, a little bit too...
you can get the dilution ratio right and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you have to have confidence in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people lack that.
I certainly understand that. I think that's the tough part. People ask, well, why are these products so hard to get? Why can't I get them at Walmart? That's not what Walmart's for.
No. We're professional grade products.
Absolutely.
We do keep the DIY and enthusiast in mind by retaining some RTU products, but even our ready to use products can be diluted. Like our Eliminator. This is our color changing iron and decon remover. It's ready to use. Super thick formula, gel-like.
Does it smell bad?
Of course it smells bad. It's color changing. Most people don't understand that smell comes from sulfuric acid.
That's it, absolutely.
But with this product, I can cut it 3-to-1 or 50-50. I'm just going to get less color change out of it.
Yeah. And what's that color change actually do?
So it's a chemical reaction to the ferrous metals.
Yeah.
So people think that that's dissolving that metal, right? It's not. It's actually softening the metal to free it from its embedment, which in most cases is your clear coat.
Okay.
Right? When those ferrous material or those ferrous metals land on your vehicle on the surface, they're hot because they're coming from your brakes or maybe rail, industrial fallout. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's landing on your vehicle. It's warm. It's embedding itself into the clear coat. You got to have something that's going to take that out.
I got you.
Without damaging it. I see a lot of people clay in this method. I don't.
Yeah.
I do not have a lubricating surfactant in this for you to
There you go. Yeah. And I've heard about that. And some people say, well, it skips a step. It's more, it's less time. Yeah, but
I
you know,
clay
how much
them when I
damage do you want to
shampoo.
do?
When I'm soaping my car, that's when I clay it.
All right, so what's next? So what out of all these, we started, you see where we started at.
Right.
What's your favorite right now? Or everybody wants to know this. What's the best product that Car Candy has to offer?
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's Chocolate Thunder. It
It's
is
Chocolate
number
Thunder.
one.
That's
It
your
is
that's your
reigned
marquee.
number one out of 105 plus products that we have since 2010.
Perfect.
So that is our number one selling product. Bubblicious is probably going to be a close second. It's our number one selling soap right now.
Okay. And where's that one at?
Bubblicious, it's actually right over here.
Okay, we'll take a look at that. I know they're
So with that one, obviously, like we're trying to showcase the different packaging we offer because
Okay.
you know
Yeah.
we do bulk packaging.
a lot of different
right?
customers.
My job is to secure distribution.
I'm glad you brought that up. That was my next question.
Yes,
Where
sir.
can I buy these products?
You can get them on carcandy.com. We are on Amazon.
Yeah.
I will tell you that we are just a little bit higher on Amazon.
You have to be.
We protect our distributors.
You have to.
We want to ensure that the distributors feel that we're going up to bat for them, that we're protecting them, and that's the best way that we can do it.
Yeah.
And by honoring MAP pricing on our gallons and our quarts.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's something that I'm working into as I try to release different textile goods or foam cannons. It's tough, and I tell people it's real easy to be the value guy when you don't have any employees, when you don't have any distributors breathing down your back. It's real easy, right?
Yep.
And I've tried to condition the following that, hey, the prices are going to go up.
Yep.
The more people that I have to hire, the more people that come and help me, there has to be something on the table for them. And I think that's what I've struggled with, is being this guy that helps people find value.
Yeah.
Well, really, that was just price, right? So I've tried to even switch the language to, well, I'm value, right?
Right.
This is going to be the best thing you can get for $59. It may not be the cheapest product out there. If you want cheap,
it's going to be the best thing that you can get for the money. So that's one thing that I always tell people. We have high quality, professional grade products, but for what you could get in a quart from us versus something else that's ready to use on the market right now in a 16-ounce bottle, it's going to be the same price. So what would you rather have, 16 ounces of ready-to-use product or 32 ounces of concentrate?
Well, I think you've heard me say this, but I have a saying, and it's kind of tough nowadays because people are making really good stuff, but why pay $16 for 16 ounces? If you're doing that, it's tough, right? So let's get into, if I'm a distributor, if I've got a storefront, are you allowed to get into, where do you want me to be at as far as units? Are you wanting me to buy the whole lineup so I can showcase in my store? Who's your ideal customer,
As a distributor, I want somebody that's going to be comfortable, right? And being able to sell the product, right? I don't expect them to know anything about it. That's my job.
Yeah.
My job is to make sure you guys know the how, the when, and the why, all right?
Perfect.
And with that, you gain confidence in what you're using and what you're selling, right? So when it comes to somebody that's asking me, hey, Mike, where do I start with? I've got a storefront. I want to bring on the product.
Yeah.
What are you already buying, right? If you've got other brands, what are you buying at? Are you buying at this margin, this margin, this margin? I have three that I offer, 35, 50, and then 55 and 65%. Those are the three margins that I offer. Each one of them has a buy-in that's associated with it. Most of it is a lot less than what most people would think, but most people with a storefront, they start at level C. They get 35%. Okay. Those that are they have a little bit bigger scale operation going on, they like that 55 or that 50%. But my distributors that are running routes, maybe they have a route and a storefront, they're absolutely buying 55 and 65%.
That's amazing. Yeah. And I had somebody educate me not too long ago, and I was offering 57 or something like that. He's like, I don't like that number. He's like, you're fit, you go to 50. And he actually gave me $5 more per unit because he's like, do 50, man. You got to pay yourself. Like, I know how much this stuff costs. I was like, man, what a great guy.
Well, you have to take those things into consideration.
Yeah.
You know, having a product line is not easy, man.
Yeah.
For the faint of heart. I've got a brand that, you know, that I had to help push the distribution. It didn't exist, right?
Yeah.
But at the same
time, so there's an education piece to that.
Absolutely.
On top of everything.
Yeah.
There's psychology, there's education, and based on that psychology, not only because you got to think, you in your decision or in your situation, you're thinking miles ahead, right?
Yeah.
Your customer is actually a storefront, but then you have to think about, well, how are they going to sell my product and get it in somebody else's hands?
Yep.
You know, so
I have to take all that in consideration in order for me to do what I do.
Yeah, but man, that's amazing. Well, what I've seen and why I really have been drawn to you guys is on the retail side, I've seen a great price point, right? I think one thing, and I think this is your job, and this is one thing that you're probably doing at a high level, it's just getting the name out there and getting that wide distribution, right? And that's why I've defaulted back on some of those other brands that people talk about, just
Yeah.
because one of the things I always value is just that accessibility piece.
Yes.
But
Accessibility is huge, man. If somebody can get a hold of the rep or a trainer or in some cases a chemist,
yeah,
you know, they're more inclined to do business with that company because they feel that attention, right? It's a family atmosphere, right? That's what you get when you come to Car Candy. Whether you're an end user or a distributor, you get a family atmosphere because it's a
right.
true
It
family-owned
really
company.
is, yeah.
Like if we come around here real quick and
Okay, yeah,
look
let's
at
take
this
a look.
door right here, that's our new marketing campaign right there. That's Cam the Candyman.
Perfect.
Cam is Ashley's son.
That's awesome.
He's 2 years old. She fully intends on giving him this business when he becomes of age.
Hey, and that's what I'm about, man. I'm hoping that I can help people along their way, right? Just be a part of their story. I don't try to let any of that go to my head. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
One thing I hear a lot about is water spots.
Uh-huh.
What do you guys have for water spots? And my second question before I let you go is, what is this candy coat? It's caught my eye a couple times, and I noticed because the
Candy
labels are
coat,
different.
I'll actually take you over there while we're talking about that other question.
Okay. Water spot removal.
Water spot. So
Yes, sir.
I have a WSR. It is
Okay.
a gel-like formula.
Okay.
RTU. Fantastic on glass. Works great on paint if it's fresh water spots, right?
Yeah.
I also have another ready-to-use water spot remover, but this one's different. This one is citric acid.
Okay.
So it's more organic.
Yeah.
Safer
Citric
on all.
acid is what they put in like eye drops, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Why do I know that?
We're
I don't know.
looking for something that's going to be safe on all types of surfaces.
Exactly. Right.
And we nailed it with that product. It's called
Perfect.
Erase It.
Let's
Car
look-
Candy's Candy Coat.
Yeah, let's look at the candy coat.
This is actually a product line that was developed when the ceramic phase started to become a hot commodity. Right?
Okay.
We were fortunate enough to be able to develop, well, at the time we had 3 products.
Okay.
4 technically. We had our glass coating, we had Elite, we had Premier, and then we had another coating that was called Pro, and it was a 5-year coating. Premier and Pro were certifiable. They reported to Carfax. Glass, it's a 2-year product, but we're seeing the likes of 3 years with no
On
maintenance,
glass coatings.
with no maintenance and wiper use.
That's pretty incredible.
Now, and I say that because all of these, with the exception of these 2, have over 7 years of actual market experience.
I'm glad you said that, right?
Okay.
Because I think the inherent issue, do you get in the private labeling at all?
We are huge private labelers.
Yeah, and I
we do
figured
the
that.
private labeling.
And where it gets tough is because everybody likes to act like they invented something new.
Yeah.
But how are you a brand new company and then you have a 5-year coating? It's tough.
There's lab testing that can be done to exaggerate that.
Yeah.
But most people that have been in the coding game for a while, they have real-time experience
Yeah.
and market analysis. Thankfully, our lead detail consultant, Anthony Carrera, he's based out of Seminole, Florida. He's been rocking with this company since 2018.
Right.
So he's
and,
got
and,
over.
And that's the thing. You guys have that footprint. But I
Yes.
think the obvious answer to that, and this is what I try to get people to do, is just be honest, tell the truth.
Yeah.
My private labeler had a product that they've tested for 10 years. They're very established, and I'm fortunate enough to be working with them. I'm not going to tell you what their name is.
Nobody is going to
Nobody says that.
Nobody wants to.
Why is that?
I'm not sure. I think it's more
Is it
of
just an ego?
I mean, it could be a pride thing, but we support it because we sign NDAs. My NDAs
Absolutely.
were $7 million. So we do a lot of private label business
Yeah.
out there, and we don't want people to necessarily know who's making their product because that's their product.
Well, that and what I try to, as an analyst, I thought it was because you have those territorial agreements.
Of course.
And that, so is that pretty accurate?
Not for us. With
Yeah.
our private label goes all over the country.
Right. But that's how you can get around that. Not that you're doing it on purpose.
Territories are a thing. We don't put territories in writing.
Not really
but
anymore,
We do.
yeah.
I control the distribution.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to physically drop
This
another
guy.
distributor on top of another distributor.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a great thing that you're doing for sure. Now,
So-
does the Car Candy Co., this is their predominant thing, and then they're going to have some accessory products to
We
go with
already
that?
have accessories products. We have a panel prep. It's called Clean Slate.
Okay.
We have a topper. It is a high SiO2 content
Okay.
topper for maintenance. We also have a pH neutral soap.
Perfect.
But that's just where we're at right now, right? Like trim and wheel. When I started with Car Candy, those were brand new formulations,
Yeah.
as well as the new formulations for Wheel and Premier or Elite and Premier. they didn't have a wheel and a trim product before, right? Now
Yeah.
we've got a wheel product that's rated at 1400 degrees, and we got a trim product that has a rejuvenator in it, not a dye, a rejuvenator. So I can restore my trim and then lock that in for 3 years.
Ooh, I have to try that. Like,
So
you know, somebody who makes content online, it's a lot easier to make content when it's not a huge video, it's not a long prep.
Right.
When I can just put the tape down and be like, look, this is crappy colored, and now it looks brand new.
Exactly.
Those are such easy videos, just for me, from the creator of that.
100%.
It's an easy sales, easy wins, and I think sometimes, you know, cutting content stinks. When you were able to get it that cut and dry, it's nice.
Yep.
So
one thing that I do want to just touch on real quick is innovation, right?
I'm glad you went
Innovation
there.
is a huge thing in this industry. It is growing daily, right? One thing that I do want to point out real quick is we dropped a brand new product line yesterday.
Okay.
That's called Hydro Candy. That is a pressure washing product line.
Ooh,
For
okay.
pressure washing companies.
Okay.
Okay. We ended up with 5 products on that line. They're all going to be ready to use.
Okay.
I have 2 house wash surfactants with a bleach enhancer.
Okay.
I also have a bleach neutralizer. This is going to neutralize these.
Okay.
But this is going to help with protecting the plants.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is ultimately going to kill the plants. So
Absolutely.
if we can neutralize it pretty quick, we're better off. We've got a gutter and black streak remover, and then we have a concrete crusher. So you get concrete splash.
Is this gonna do concrete? It removes concrete.
Yeah, so if you get splash up on your siding or something of that nature, every now and then you might get a vehicle that ends up with some concrete splash on it.
Absolutely.
That's what we're looking to remove.
That's pretty cool. That is really cool.
So
and I like that. Even though this isn't detailing, it's another thing that a detailer could have at their disposal.
100%.
It's all RTU, right?
Listen,
and
how many multiple detailers out there already have a water tank and a pressure washer on their
That's
unit,
what I'm saying.
right?
It's another way for them to feed their family.
Exactly.
And that's one of my biggest things, man.
Feeding the family, man.
Yeah,
I
you
got
got
4
to.
kids. You got to feed the
3,
family.
hey. We got 3 of them, and she says that's enough. So, anyways. All right, man. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time.
No,
I honestly appreciate it.
Yep.
I'd still like to help with all the other stuff you got going on, and no matter what, I'm always going to be here, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much, dude. All right. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. Thank you, bud.
Yeah, thank you.